Brenda with Town Square Buzz, and we at Town Square Buzz frequently get asked the question, what's going on with the city? What kind of decisions are our city council making? And so we thought we'd go straight to the source and meet with our city council. Today we have Travis Ussery from District 3 and Ray Ricchi from District 4, and we thought we'd find out really what is the buzz. Ray, you mentioned that quality of life is very important to the residents of McKinney. So I'm wondering, because of the economic downturn, certainly we have a budget shortfall in our city, as do most cities across the country. So how difficult will it be to sustain that quality of life that we in McKinney have been used to as we move forward?
Well, there's always a challenge. When you're dealing with dollars, you always could use more. And then you become into the scenario of, is it a need or is it a want? Mm-hmm. And so the first and foremost is the need, mm-hmm. and that maintains the quality of life. The want is the icing on the cake when it comes into it. Cities that are the size of McKinney should have a lot of things that the citizens expect. And our challenge as a council is to make sure that we maintain those needs but also deliver the wants.
Such as the natatorium, for example? Or
that's one of the ideas that a group of citizens has been lobbying for and wanting. And then there's another group of citizens that don't feel that is an integral part of the community. So we have to balance those aspects.
Ray's touches on a point. Quality of life, that means something to you, it means something to me, it means something different to everybody. And to capture that in a broad sense is very difficult to do. I think Councilman Ricchi would agree the key to that is that we need a connection to the public to make sure we're hearing what their interpretation of quality of life is, and we incorporate that in our vision, not necessarily to the finest detail, but certainly make it part of our decision-making process.
If we're not out in the community, mm-hmm. as a council, individual council members in our districts, but also overall, when Councilman Ussery had his town hall meeting, Mayor Lockmiller was there. I came in the back because his town hall meeting served the best food in the city.
So you're about to have another town hall meeting. Will food be on the agenda?
Well, we probably not in this instance because it will not be a formal historic neighborhood association meeting.
I see.
We're going to open it up really for the whole city, anyone in the city to be there. They didn't feel like it cooked for everybody.
So the city's been looking...
I'll still be there though.
Well, they may cook for you, right?
That's right, that's right.
Favorite son.
I know that the city is looking for a new city manager. Have you established certain criteria as you're looking for that particular individual?
Well, not to get ahead of Councilman Ricchi, who's usually ahead of me.
This is rare, isn't it? You're jumping right in, man.
No, I am. I'm pacing myself. I think that we have expectations given the hires we've had in the past, and this doesn't speak to necessarily mistakes, it just speaks to what we expect going forward. We'd like to have someone with some Texas experience, Texas knowledge, someone who's been part of a growing city and understands the issues that growing cities experience. We'd preferably like to have someone with some city manager experience, although I think we are realizing we would be not doing our jobs if we didn't broaden the scope of that somewhat. I think we have 7 interviews lined up for the 27th, and we're moving the process forward, probably not as fast as some would hope, but speaking for myself, I'm going to err on the side of caution as opposed to speed.
Absolutely. This is probably the single most important decision that this council is going to make. There's no doubt. And the individual that will fill that role is going to have the experience of a city that's larger than ours. There's no way that we can be a city of 200,000, which we will be eventually. 150 is just right around the corner, and the census numbers will show us exactly where we are in that train. So the individual is going to have to come from a city, my belief is, who has experience with that so that they can organize. And I don't mean reorganize, and Councilman Ussery's hit it on the head. It's not a fact that we don't have the right people, it's have we got the right structure. And how do we get more people and more staff to fit that structure for us to go to that next level. So it's bringing, in the sports ad, it's bringing a team from a junior college aspect to a Division I aspect. You've got a different model that you have to follow, and I think we're at the crossroads for that. So the city manager search is ongoing. If we go through this round of interviews and there is a consensus of council that doesn't find the individual that fits what our needs are, then we'll continue to search.
Do you have a time frame in mind? Are we looking at hoping that someone's in place in 6 months, or that's?
Well, I would hope we'd have it completed by then, but I don't want to be married, if you will, to a deadline to get this done.
Okay.
Absolutely. It's going to take as long as it takes. And it may be 6 months, it may be 2 months. The right individual may walk in on this interview process in 2 weeks or next week, and we're all just blown away. We've done our background checks, we've made sure that we've dotted our I's and crossed our T's and got many sets of eyes involved. But ultimately it's our decision and our responsibility.
Can you share with us yet who any of those candidates are?
I would if I could remember. You'd have to, but I just don't remember. I'm lucky I have the day down.
all the candidates are obviously in the process and going through that search. I don't recall any of the names myself.
Okay.
I do remember there's a candidate from, is it Southlake?
Westlake?
Westlake. Yeah. There's a candidate from Denton.
At this time, Your Honor, I don't recall.
Okay, moving right along.
I'm always honored, Your Honor.
See, something came out of the Watergate conference. You got new terminology.
Yes. Evasiveness at a new level.
That's right.
This has been a production of TownsquareBuzz.com. Tune in next time to watch part 4 of our discussion with McKinney City Council members Travis Ussery and Ray Ricchi. If you're not already a registered reader at Townsquare Buzz, we encourage you to sign up with us for a chance to win a free oil change, a facial at Renee's Hair Salon, or tickets to the Dallas Museum of Art. All you have to do to win is sign up for an account at TownsquareBuzz.com.